What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Unbearable Podcast. And today, I'm going to be giving you my preview and predictions to this Thursday night matchup between the 0-4 Chicago Bears and the 2-2 Washington Commanders. I'm going to give you my score predictions. I'm going to give you, who I think is going to win, score predictions, a little bit of stats behind the game. And then, if we lose, do I think Matt Eberflus is going to be fired? Alright, so that's all coming in this episode. I'm fired up. I'm excited to see Bears football. We had an amazing game last game. We blew it, but hey, is what it is. Can only go forward, can't go backwards. So the Bears 0-4, Commanders 2-2. Commanders just coming off of an impressive loss. I know that's like an oxymoron, but an impressive loss. They played really well against the Eagles. They took them to, I think it was overtime, but it was the Eagles, and they just kind of got out-talented. And, numbers-wise, these teams are very similar. The Bears have the 21st offense, and the Commanders have the 20th. The Bears have the 28th defense, while the Commanders have the 21st. The Commanders have the 20th passing offense, while the Bears have the 24th. The Bears have the 13th rushing attack, while the Commanders have the 17th. And the last time that the Bears and the Commanders met up was also a Thursday night matchup, and the Commanders won 12-7 on October 13th of last year. So, is that going to happen this year? I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. So, the Bears have not looked good this year. We just have not. The Commanders, however, They have looked good. They've played up and down to their competition a little bit. They played really good teams. I mean, they have looked impressive. They faced the Eagles, obviously. They faced the Bills. Who else? I don't know who else they faced. I'm not a Commanders fan. I'm not sure who they faced, and it's only showing their preseason game. I mean, they're away games. Whatever. But I know they faced the Bills. They did really bad. 4 interceptions on that game. But, I mean, it's the Bills. And against the Eagles, they played really well. I think that, whatever his name is, played good. Oh, here it is. They faced the Cardinals. Then the Cardinals, which they won 20-16. The Broncos, which they won 35-33 on the 2-point conversion, which... pass interference. Then they lost 3-37 to the Bills and 31-34 in overtime to the Eagles. So they've played really good. Obviously, the Bears lost to the Packers. Then we lost to the Buccaneers. Then we lost to... Who did we play week 3? I'm I already want to forget about it. Oh, the Chiefs week 3. I would want to forget about that game. And then we lost to the Broncos last week. But if anything, I've seen a week-to-week progression for the Bears. I know I'm kind of just hoping for the best, but I've seen a week-to-week progression. And I mean, I think that the Bears have gotten better. I think there's a chance that the Bears win, but do I think it's going to happen? I don't know. The Commanders' defensive line's really good. They have an alright secondary. On offense, they have a good running back. They have good wide receivers with Scary Terry leading the way. That's pretty much the only good wide receiver. But they have Brian Robinson Jr. in the backfield. And I don't know. I think that the Commanders are really going to play down to their competition this week, especially because they had such a tough matchup against the Eagles. So I think it's going to be a case of not the Bears playing super good, but the Commanders playing down to their competition, giving up I think at least 2 to 3 picks. I don't think it's going to be because our defense is going to play super well. I think it's just going to be the Commanders playing down the competition, and I think the Bears are going to get the win by 3 points. I think it's going to come down to the fourth quarter, which it did last week for the Bears, and that didn't end up very well. But I think the Bears are barely going to edge it out. But I think Is that ultimately good for us? I don't know. Like, obviously, I'm not cheering for a Bears loss. I'll never do that. Well, except for last year when it was for the first overall pick. But the Commanders are favorites 71%. Yeah. The win probability is 71% for the Commanders. But, yeah, I don't know. I think the Commanders are going to severely play down to their competition, the Bears. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's going to happen. Like, yeah, but I think the Bears are going to win. But if we do lose, I think Matt Eberflus gets fired. That's 15 games in a row that he's lost. I think especially with, like, the extra bye week or, like, basically a bye week that we have. Get someone new in there, anyone new in there, and just try and, like, come back. I don't know. Just try and do something different. Build back better. Like, I don't know. I don't know what we do. But I think it's time. Like, if Eberflus loses this, it's time. Like, it's time for him to go. Like, it's time. He just has to go. He has to go if we lose. There's no way he can lose 15 games in a row. We haven't won since, like, basically last year. It was, like, around this time last year that we beat the New England Patriots and won on Monday Night Primetime. And I remember watching that game because this is the last time that we won a game. But, yeah, if we lose, Eberflus, he's gone. Like, I really hope he gets fired. But if we do, because I think we're going to win. Like, I think it's just going to be, like, the players are going to be fired up, the coaches are going to be fired up, and the Commanders are, like, I don't know. I just have a feeling that we're going to win. Obviously, I'm a Bears fan, but, like, the only problem with us winning is that Eberflus stays. I think the Commanders are going to look bad, making our defense look good, and then people are going to be like, then, like, the owners are going to be like, oh, Eberflus is a good defensive coach, which he's not. Like, we gave up 17 points in the fourth quarter to blow the game last week. Like, he's not a good defensive coach. So, if we lose, we lose. I mean, it's not going to be anything new. But Eberflus might get fired. If we win, obviously I'm happy with a win. But I think the score is going to be a really low-scoring game. I think it's going to be like, people are not going to be happy with this Thursday Night Football game. This is going to be awful. But I think it's going to be 17 to 15. That's the score got me, I think. Because, I don't know. Yeah, 17 to 15, Bears win. And, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's really, I don't know. I'm kind of dumb for picking the Bears week after week, but it's Bears season, all right? Have some faith. Have some confidence. I will see you guys for the post-game reaction. And don't forget to bear down.